I'm going to start this video by saying that not all heroes in the Big Two are suffering from these problems. However, enough of them are that this has become a problem that must be discussed. To assess this problem properly, I'm going to divide this topic into older heroes and newer heroes. Let's start by talking about the older heroes. A problem that seems to be almost an epidemic with older heroes is deconstruction. Characters like Batman, Nightwing, Thor, Doctor Strange, etc. are being broken down into shells of their former selves. Now, a deconstruction story in and of itself is okay, but there are three problems. One, these stories are all happening at the same time. Two, these stories have been going on for years now. And three, the heroes never seem to get built back up. Number three is very important because once you've broken heroes down, you need to build them back up again and remind people why these characters are great. In the end, the heroes need to be seen as great within their own books. One of the reasons I've stopped reading Doctor Strange and Batman is because the characters have been broken down to such a pathetic state that it's really very depressing to read. They've also taken away the uniqueness of characters like Nightwing and Thor. The books have shown that these characters aren't actually special and that they can be replaced. This is especially egregious with Thor, where now it seems like every character is worthy except him. Even his mother is wielding a magical hammer, and it really does take away from the majesty of the character when the book implies that Jane Foster wielded Mjolnir better than he did. We need to get back to a place where the heroes are shown to be the absolute best of us. Now, to tackle the newer heroes. From what I've seen, most of the newer heroes aren't as popular as the older ones, and when reading the books, what I found is that these really aren't superhero comics. To clarify this, these are comics that star superheroes, but the content of the books themselves lean more towards the slice of life genre. Now, don't get me wrong, the slice of life books are fine, and I know there's a big market for them in the manga industry, but this is Marvel and DC. People come here for the Cape comics, not to find out if two of the main characters' friends are dating. After reading the books, it really just seemed like superhero parts of the book are really there just to be breaks in between the slice of life stuff, which seems to be the main focus. This seems like a problem in books like Unstoppable Wasp, Miss Marvel, Runaways, West Coast Avengers, and others. These books read like young adult novels, and that's really a problem when they're supposed to be superheroes. Another significant issue is that none of these books seem to portray any sort of palpable danger. Heroes need real challenges to overcome, but I don't see these characters actually struggling and growing as heroes. I feel that these characters need to really lose and be defeated every once in a while so that they can grow and you can see actual growth in them as characters. That's one of the reasons that shonen manga is so incredibly popular, because you actually get to see that growth. Now, when Peter Parker was a young hero, he faced many adversaries that almost took his life. But he learned from those experiences and became a better hero, and that's one of the reasons why he's the most beloved characters in all of comics. Now, these characters do have potential, but they need to have a writer and a creative team who is willing to put them through their paces to help them grow and help them evolve. But that's it for today, my mystery men. I do have another video planned in this series where I talk about the problems that I see in the comic book industry. The next video I'm going to make about this is creators. So you can look forward to that. And remember, life is always better with a little mystery.